now 10 minutes of just whatever the fuck. Lucas Lockhart. Lucas Wong. Sushi Huang. Spartak. Russian girl. Unsafe. Fear of Americans. Fear of anyone. Lack of money. Fear of Muslims. Danger. Tired of life. Save me. Always happy. Go to hell. Go to hell. Mom's boyfriend. Horrible. Danger. Tired. Mad at God. Tired. Sick of loops. Sick of inefficiency. Sick of being stuck. Sick of lack of freedom. Mom. Wanting love. Danger. Wanting breakthrough. Wanting safety. Wanting peace. Happiness. Stepfather. Wanting freedom. Horrible life. Horrible life. Horrible wife. Frustration. African man. European dominance. Frustration. Wanting breakthrough. Wanting breakthrough. Sick of evil and its lies. Sick of not seeing sick of blindness. Sick of mental intellectual blindness. Wanting to see and understand in order to break through. Frustration, heaviness. Wanting breakthrough. Something pressing down and stopping. Something oppressing. Something parasitic, oppressing because it steals what it oppresses. It steals its life. It lives its life while oppressing the one whose life it is, so that it can't take what its life is supposed to be back for itself, where it belongs. Screams of frustration. The irrelevance of hell stories and biblical God, the distraction and complete waste of, like, just irrelevant, like, just just chaff. Distraction, like distraction by taking up space in the mental arena so that something else is not given attention that actually deserves it, called like the reality of the oppression. A desire to watch horror movies like Insidious. A desire to connect with the truth of what's happening. A desire to plug into the sensation of the true state of what's happening. Aerials in the sky. The music video by System of a Down. Religion wasting time, preventing the real estate of people's attention and cognitive power from actually resolving their real life problems and real life threats to their life story. Karl Marx. Religion is the opiate of the people, preventing them from actually resolving their life problems by making them be mentally occupied with concerns about things that aren't actually real. The Soviet anthem, joy, hope, energy, physical like cellular energy. Like I feel like my cells in my back are like experiencing an excitement. I'm sensing an actual sensation right here, where like I feel like my body cells are like tingling with an influx of good energy, like physically. Fear of singing the Soviet anthem because of resistance from the people around if they were to hear me singing it. Shame over finding truth in communist thoughts because people have disregarded that as being a thing. Lenin, violent, dead. Unattached. Hope. Love. Joy, freedom. Bad person. Tell the truth. Lenin was a bad person. George Washington was a bad person. Lenin was not as bad of a person as George Washington was. Confusion. Constipation. Constitution. Irritation. Despair, the complexity and the inconsistency bad people. I don't know who he was. I just have some information that I read. He might have been a bad person in the sense that like he was okay with violence. That's not okay. But it doesn't mean that the communist ideas are him. Like, people should be respected as dignified living beings in and of themselves. And they shouldn't be overworked for the industry of whatever profit, motivation, some private individual is wanting to use them for. That attitude is not wrong or evil or violent or bad. I have no idea why these are the things that are coming up. This is not what I expected. There's a vibe of like bridging my natural desire to feel light and happy and the actual reality of reality being kind of messed up, and finding a way for me to, in bite-sized pieces, deal with the fact of my life being really behind and everything that means. Kind of like digesting that in like bite-sized pieces so that I can integrate it and become empowered to actually catch my life up to where it should be. It feels like that's what this is about, but I did not expect any of these words that I was saying. I do want to say that like I avoid completely my family because the pain and the misery that they live under is so crazy terrible that I've avoided them my whole life because I'm just like, I can't with you guys in your white pain, because they come, my mom is like, you know, like my mom is like not African. My dad is African, and she went with a different man when I was just a toddler, and she had children with him, and he was the stepfather essentially in my life, and he was a horribly violent, screwed up, like crossing boundaries with me when I was a child monster, and I hate him, and he's still around. And so like there's so much like impossible to digest, like frustration, anger, like misery that is attached to my family. But then like, so I don't talk to them, but every day that passes by I'm like, how is this going to be resolved? Like one of these days someone's going to die, and like I'm going to have to like deal with like nothing was ever resolved. But then when I try to think about like talking to them or resolving stuff, I'm like, it's impossible. You guys are like from hell. Because I noticed that like my African father and me are different in a way, because it's that like melanin happiness thing. It's that black joy that people are talking about online in America. And they don't have that because they're not African. And so like for me, with my African like nature, to like witness their like completely like non-African like misery, the kind of misery that like white people can be in is like unbearable to me. But it's bearable to them because it's like something that they like can handle. But I'm like, this is too much for my like buoyant African energy, and you're killing me. So I just can't. And so I'm always like wondering, like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to cut them off? Am I supposed to like, because they're really messed up. Like one of them straight up is trying to be a warlock more than that, he's trying to be like God, and he has like if like demon possession is real, like he definitely has that. Because he tried to kill me once with a hunting knife, and he was like, I'm gonna chop you up into little pieces and put you in a garbage bag and throw you away, and no one's gonna find you. This is my brother that I grew up with, that I was like a mother for when I was 11 years old, saying this to me. I'm like, I'd like to cut you out of my life completely, but I don't know if that's like what I should be doing, because there are forces of destruction in the world trying to break up families. Is that what it is? Like, am I supposed to stick it out and be like, you're possessed by evil? I'm supposed to hold on to your like human nature as the older sister and as the one who has like more connection to the light and like wait for you? Or am I supposed to be like, hi, like life is really difficult and I'm supposed to let go? I don't know what the right thing is. And my mother, she has this boyfriend that is like a total energy vampire, sucking energy off of her. He's like, he feels to me like he's like a warlock type vibe too, and I'm like, I don't want to be near you, because whenever I'm near you, he calls you every 5 minutes. I'm not exaggerating. And so like I never see my mom, and if I see her for like a few hours, he will just insert himself, this boyfriend of hers. He's not even the father of her children. At least a stepfather, like they have kids together. But this guy is just some like random stranger who literally just like monopolizes all her time and attention, and then she'll like answer the phone because she's like crazy when it comes to him. She'll answer the phone and she'll be like, don't call me. And I'm like, you could just not pick up the phone. He's gonna keep calling. And then he calls every 5 minutes, and then she'll be like, I'm with my daughter whom I never see. Can you just leave me alone? I just was with you. And then I'm watching this being like, you don't love me. You never loved me. You never protected me from that stepfather. You never protected me from the society. You never told me one loving word to fortify me against racists. I'm always just picking up all your slack and picking up all the things that you failed to do. I'm raising your children. I'm being their mother. I'm showing them what love is and kindness, gentleness, tenderness. They know that because of me. And then all the harshness that you brought to them is why they're so fucked up, and I'm sick of you. But I love you because you're my mom. And you're bad for me and I don't know what to do. You're dangerous for my well-being. What do I do? You're my mother. And I don't want to see you, because if I see you, he's going to be calling and I have to bite my tongue and know that even if I say something like, can you just not pick up the phone for 30 minutes while you're with me? Can you give me 30 minutes of your time? I'm your firstborn child. I hate you so much, but I worry about you because I love you because you're my mother. I'm sitting here in this society of people who don't accept me, and why do I exist? Because you birthed me here, because my father decided to marry you. What is my existence? Like why am I alive? Catching up my life to where it should be, it's like, what does that mean? I'm speaking American English, but I'm not American. I'm not black. I can't really come into like the community of black people. I'm just this anomaly in the world. But I'm not going to kill myself because I'm not made out of that kind of energy. So what does my life catching up to where it should be? What the fuck does that look like? The Slavs are never going to accept me. The Muslims are trying to take me over. That's not gonna ever fucking happen. I'm like, I'm not part of you. You are foreign people to me. I don't want to accept your religion. You are completely like self-centered, egocentric, narcissistic. You don't give a fuck about anyone, and you completely have that joy that you don't tell anyone about. I know your agenda. You are the new white people trying to take over the world. I see you trying to colonize the whole fucking everything. My African country that my father is from, you've broken that shit into 2 pieces. You are Arab dominators. I see nothing else because that's the truth, but I can't say it because the whole world gets all like, oh my fucking God, Islamophobiia. I'm like, I'm not Islamophobic. I'm just sensing when someone is trying to conquer me and I am not okay with it. And I think part of why I went the Christian route was to be like, okay, I don't know what's up with God, but at least like I need to join like a group of people that are not this group of people who are constantly trying to suck me into them. I wear the scarf because my hair is matted and I can't have like my hair out.
Do you see what I'm saying? And people are constantly misunderstanding me, and I'm like, I'm not religious. There's actually like a weird thing in Slavic culture where women wear scarves too. It's just not, it's like a old timey, you know? But like, I just mean like 50 years ago. Now Slavic women don't wear scarves in the same way, but I'm like, if I do wear a scarf, it's just because my hair is a mess. And so this is a really powerful expression of a bunch of extremely potent activations of like the truths of my life. And so I am experimenting truly because I don't know. I don't know this is how it works, but I have this hypothesis that if you actually express the truth through audio expression, uh, you have a chance, an opportunity to have the world respond to you with what you need as an individual human being to resolve your situations. So you know, like oh, like whitey, like the man, like in America, the black people talk about that. But right, I don't have the man as the like white people are not oppressive to me as much as these like Middle Eastern, Central Asian, Islamic people that like what's it called? Like what's the English words? In my throat and in my chest and in my belly. There's like a sensation of like the will of these people and how they hate what I just said. And I'm like, you're dangerous for me and you're bad for me and I'm not allowed to talk about it. It's like I'm experiencing what black people experience with Europeans, but like now like with these people. And no one I think could understand what I'm saying because they're not like they don't like, you know, but I'm like I'm not supposed to be under the thumb of anyone. If anyone is dominating me, that's bad and I'm supposed to speak out against it. And then I wonder if my hair got matted because my subconscious understood that I would have to wear a scarf, and that was a way for me to protect myself. Because if people out there who are Muslim see me with a scarf, they'll think I'm Muslim, and they won't attack me in that like dominating, hateful thing that they do. Because like 90% of them are warlocks. This is what I've come to know from like coming back, like to this part of the world and living and sensing and being like, this is what's happening. And I'm black, as in melanated, so I can pick up information from my darkened like skin tone that other people who are light skinned can't pick up on. So they are just clueless, and I'm just over here being like, I'm getting so much information from just reality, because just like straight up like you know how black the color absorbs sunlight, right? I'm just getting more information and I'm like, I can tell you what's happening. You're blind to it like existentially because you don't have the same fucking technology of just like the skin tone of your fucking body. You just you don't get it. You don't get it, and I get it all the time. And so maybe in a way I like have like matted my own hair to wear a scarf all the time so that I get left alone finally by all these like Islamic forces trying to take me over. I feel so uncomfortable talking about this, you know? Because I'm like, it's not about religion. If you were to just practice your religion and not bother me and not make me feel like someone is trying to dominate, conquer, overtake in a very violent, angry way my life, I wouldn't feel like this. I don't know what to do. I feel like I just exploded and uh, this doesn't match like the love idea of like don't say anything that isn't aligned with that kind of like what does love feel like? I don't know, but I don't know. It feels like the truth. Like it feels like this is like a shadow self, I guess. This is all the stuff that's rejected. And it's like I know I get it. I get the math of what you're telling me about like the love energy and like not focusing on things. I get it. But it's like it still sits inside of me because it's what's happening and I'm like maybe there's a different way that I can live where it's like if something is real, it's real. And ultimately, I want everything to be balanced and healthy and respectful.
But maybe like expressing the truths of what is not a crime or a wrong choice. But I'm really scared to do it because I'm like, what if it is a wrong choice? But through law of attraction, I have already done the thing where it's like, don't focus on anything that isn't what you prefer. And at the end of all that, I just got really frustrated because I'm like, but life for human beings is like not like a computer. Like it's complicated and there's like a dignity or like a complexity. Not a dignity, there's like a complexity to like human existence that isn't as simple as just like logging coordinates for like good emotions into your like focusing of your like mental attention. Like there's like a thing that feels like okay, but like it's more complex. Like this is not powerful enough to deal with human existing reality. But maybe that's wrong. I don't know. And so I'm hoping that like this expression and whatever I get back from the internet truly will give me a solution to everything that I just mentioned because these are the hardest things that I don't know what to do with. Oh, and of course like my money troubles, you know? Am I ever gonna have money? Because like for the life that I need to be living, I need like to have financing that is beyond anything that I've ever had before. You know, like I don't even want to go outside because I understand that like going outside is a form of becoming like infected with other people's energies. Because I haven't gone outside for like 24 hours and I feel so much better. And then I was like, oh, let's go out there and get some groceries. And I was like, I know that sing-songy attitude you're feeling feels like it extends to the whole world. But like, remember from your experience and your observation that it's like, right, that's because of me. The second that I go outside, no matter what kind of dissociation or sublimation I try to do, the truth of the matter is that all the dozens and hundreds of brains that are walking around me, spewing their non loving, invasive wills around me, affects my energy and my emotions and my, like, my well being as a consciousness. And so I can go outside for half an hour and just grab some quick groceries and it'll still be bad for me. It will like break the vacuum seal of cleanliness that I have uh, like collected because I've just been inside away from everyone. I live in a really bad society. I'm just always working overtime to like project like all the good qualities that I was taught that people were supposed to embody when I was a kid, you know? Like respect and like just like non-violence, you know? And people are always surprised when they see me. They're always like, what? You're like different. You're like weird. I'm like an alien all the time. People are always like, that's strange. I'm like, I'm not doing anything abnormal. I'm just not being horrible. And that the truth is that I'm always is this my codependency healing as well? Like telling the truth instead of like being the emotional anchor in like everything that like people are supposed to be. Is this like my transformation into like leaving the child like mentality? Am I like growing right now? Like because adulthood is what I want to reach as far as like my mental space when I'm with people. Because when I'm with people, I just regress to like I don't regress like I stop existing and then I'm just kind of like a child. But the way that I act, it's like something happens in my psychology where like I basically regress to like the role that I used to play, the codependent role that I used to play when I was a kid. And I'm like I want freedom from that. Like I want like there's like a reckoning possibly that this is and like a transformation, also like an update to the present moment instead of living in the past. And also like a kind of like letting go of the dead thing.
that like all these years have been, I guess, so that I can actually be up to date with my life and live like in the actual moment of where my life actually is happening. Like everyone out there who's all these dozens and hundreds of people, thousands of people, millions of people, there's certain things that are not possible because I can't change people and I can't be perfect enough and angelic enough to bring out their best qualities like consistently enough. Possibly. Like that's the codependent like warning from like the 12-step programs, you know? People like the non-physical beings that are channeled by Abraham Hicks or Bashar, whom I don't trust, they say that like people show up the way that you are, so you can bring out like a person's good quality because of how you show up with them. And it's like I think that's partially true. If you like show up with respect, like unconditional respect, no matter what anyone else is doing, it's an easier way to go through the human gauntlet when you go outside. But then I tried to do it like a few days ago, and like something inside of me was really resistant and was like, I know you're trying to do this, but I'm going to protect you. And I was like, interesting. Like maybe that's not the answer, because maybe actually then you are left open to attack because there are like powerful beings of evil who see your openness and like respect attitude as just like low hanging fruit, and then you'll be harmed, and then you'll be like, but all I was doing was practicing unconditional respect. And it's like, right, I don't need a repeat of certain terrible things that have happened in my life because all I was doing was trying to be a good person. Like I've already had that experience several times. Like that doesn't protect you, you know? So I'm just supremely confused is what I'm trying to say. I am completely confused, and I have no way uh yes, I have no way. I don't know how to live with people in such a way that I'm safe and I can actually be effective in what I need to achieve to become what I need to become, because people are violent in so many different ways and I can't understand how I'm supposed to deal with my family, with random strangers, with the attacking like zealot Muslims. Like I don't know what to do.